Good morning. So I'm on a little early. I sent the link out on Facebook. I had a couple of people ask, could you put this one on Facebook Live? So if you don't know how to do Facebook Live, it's totally fine. This will all be edited out on the YouTube channel on the link. Um, so one thing I've noticed when I first did this, I wasn't sure if the same link went out, and I thought it was. I looked at it and it looked the same. But when I edit it, it usually sends out a different link. So you'll need to get back on YouTube. Anyway, I'm talking to myself because nobody's on yet. I'll just get set up and we'll get ready to go. Um, Alrighty. I am going to do Facebook Live at the same time this morning. So, yeah. Oh, somebody's already clicked the link. Can I tell who this is? I've never experimented with this. No, I can't. Okay. So, one of the things I'll start doing with this class, I will tell you again, but I know somebody's on watching. I'm not quite sure who that is. We'll start, and I'll try to have everything we're gonna need and use kind of set up so that you guys get on the recording. You'll be able to pause it and go, oh, I need to go grab a block. I need to go grab a this. Okay, so some of you have two blocks. We're going to use our chair. We're going to do a little bit of twisting in our forward folds today. It's a really great exercise for us. So um, just know that that will happen. I'm just waiting on time. So go ahead and just, yeah, just if, oh, Okay. Sorry, I had the thought I have a cousin that was um nobody's on. Good morning. So this is yoga for everybody, which means everybody. Um, sorry, I can tag a cousin. Um, so I have had friends ask to put it on Facebook Live. Um, I will do that a couple of times. It's a better picture on the YouTube to record. But I've got a couple people that are like, I don't know how to find you other than that. So you should be able to see this. There, that gets you up a little right. I've got this system. You can see it. There's a chair propped up so that it can go down behind so that it can be visible. All righty. We're going to go ahead and start this morning. Again, if you want, you can totally go to my YouTube channel, Debbie Arnell. I know, I'm really creative. And pull it up there as well. And that way, if you've got a smart TV, you can put up on a big screen where you can see me. If you know me and want to message me your email address, sometimes that's an easier thing, or you can watch it on your computer or your laptop. So I wanted to kind of just show the setup here. We got people coming on that have not normally done chair yoga with me. You need a chair. I have these stretchy straps. Okay, we use them for our shoulders and our arms. You'll need one of those today. If you live near me, I have these. They're $5 each. I cut them myself. I get them in bulk. Okay. If not, Amazon does have them still. I know that they're running low on some of their extras equipment. You'll need a block or something that you can elevate and that's firm enough that you can squeeze. You can use a book, although the book will cut into your legs when we squeeze into our legs. Okay. You will need a racquetball. Now, some of you might be saying, "Oh, but you're on your knees like that, Debbie. I can't get on my knees." I understand that. We won't stay on your knees. I want to make sure that you need racquetball. Walmart, 3 of them for $2.97. Okay, they are still there. Nobody's playing racquetball these days. So, with that, okay, go ahead and come and sit in your seat. Now turn so I'm facing. Now, when we sit in our seat, it isn't like we're going to sit comfortably to watch a movie, okay? I'll turn a ton side to side, but I want you to make sure that you're on the edge of your seat, okay? You're sitting with this back upright, right? Little bit of a curl here in the lumbar spine. The thoracic spine pulls back. It doesn't like this, okay? And then this. We are so used to being here. I've had to change my chair when I do family history, okay? So get that? It's like somebody's pulling on the back of your ears, okay? And your head is going back. Chin isn't tucked, but it also isn't elevated. Now, we want to have that movement, right? So we're just here. So that's kind of when you come and take your seat. I can't see you right now. Okay. For those of you that have been in my class that I do at Ivory on Wednesday mornings, the club is possibly, we're supposed to hear today, opening. It will be a first come, first serve. Now, we can get 6 feet across easily, 6 away from each other. So I'm going to suggest that in this class, because we have more than just 5. They're going to limit 5 time in a class. I think we can do more than that. So, but hang on. I mean, I'll let you know for sure what's going to happen with that. Okay. So go ahead, find your seat, make it upright. You may find that your back starts to ache because it's because your muscles are not used to moving in this manner. Hang on, I do need to change this. That happens all the time. I get that too down because I'm low. Okay, so you may find that you want to, I love doing this, grabbing a block. I'm going to turn my whole chair this time and putting it here. Okay, that will help give you some of that stability and that support that you can push back into, but still keep that back in its ideal alignment. One of the things that I know to be true, that I have experienced myself and done enough research and actually physically move, that our bodies respond when we align them well. And we want to be upright. We don't want any of those dowager humps, right? We want to get up. We want to have that length in our spine. And we have to practice it. That's muscle. Okay. So take some deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Close your eyes. We start class like we start any other yoga class, with a moment of pause and reflection. A moment of finding that breath. And this really, if you start to even breathe like this, you start to notice your body calm down. Your breath, the length of your breath increases. The overall feeling of goodness and warmth and ability and acceptance of yourself comes into play. I can hear that my husband has his upstairs doors open and he's on the office phone. Give me a moment, I'll be right back. I don't know if I can edit that out of the movie. I think I can. I hope I can. Anyway, take some deep breaths. Making sure, guys, this is recorded. Okay, if you can save it on your Facebook because it's Facebook Live. If you share it, it's there. And that's one of the beauties of sharing it, right? So that you can have that. So what we're doing is we're giving ourselves the opportunity to move this glorious body. As we age, you know that I've been really frustrated with the hip injury that there's technically nothing wrong with, but it still hurts. And it just comes and goes at the most random times. And so I don't have answers. I don't have all of the answers. But I know that when we move our body every day and finding a way to do this on our phones, by ourselves, just maybe redoing the same thing over and over. I try to put all of these, I've gone back through and made all of these ones public on my YouTube channel, Debbie Arnell, okay? And that way, I just want everybody to have an experience and have the opportunity to move. I know that sometimes you get on the chair and you're like, now what do I do? And hence, I give you some options. Okay. So I did want to share a focus today, um, an idea. And this comes from the Yoga Sutras. And if you've watched on my um, regular yoga that I do Monday and Fridays, I do it usually Wednesday night, but I totally spaced last night. Sorry, guys. Okay, this is Sutra 1.33. To preserve openness of heart and calmness of mind. I think we all can use that right now. I love that it doesn't say do these attitudes, do these things. It says nurture these attitudes. I love that. Kindness to those who are happy. Okay. If you're feeling a little down and you feel somebody up and excited, you be kind. Okay. Compassion for those who are less fortunate. That's pretty self explanatory. Honor for those who embody noble qualities. I know a lot of those people that I honor because do, they live nobly, right? Equanimity, this is the fourth one, this is the tough one. Equanimity to those whose actions oppose your values, okay? Those who not just think differently, but their actions oppose your value. Equanimity towards. So that's going to be our focus today. Now, I want you to think for just a moment. Equanimity, okay? Maybe we had an extra treat yesterday and we beat ourselves up. Equanimity towards those who oppose your values, and that could even be you, right? All right, you get my gist. So close your eyes for just a moment again. Kindness for those who are happy, compassion for those that are less fortunate. Okay. I had a brain freeze. Honor for those who ennoble great qualities, who live their lives that way, and fourth, equanimity for those who oppose your values. Take another couple breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. And then blink your eyes open. Good morning. Go ahead and stretch those arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers. Oh, do you know how good that feels to be able to do that? So just wiggle through your body. Ooh, find those places. Oh, roll through those shoulders. I hope this is how you get out of bed in the morning. My husband makes so much fun of me because the other day he just was like, oh, and I'd already gotten up and he was bed. And I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm being you. Because evidently in the morning, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, feel the goodness of this amazing body, right? That can move and that. Go ahead and roll through those shoulders. They come forward, they go up, they go back, and then they go back and they go forward, right? So you want to be able to move both ways. And look, I'm moving my whole arm. You don't have to. You can totally do the shoulders, but there's something pretty amazing if you move the arm. Now, I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see this one. It's kind of a bring the elbow, it's going to bring elbow up and forward to get that stretch, okay? And then bring it back. Elbow up and forward. Oh, find that stretch. Clear down into the low back. Okay. And forward. There's nothing wrong with being able to curl like that. We want that. That's going to be really important. Go ahead and do the other side. Up and over. Finding that stretch. Oh. Yeah. And then go ahead. If you have been doing yard work, your backs might be, okay. I do, and I've shared this numerous times. I do yard work in a forward fold. So when I came in Saturday from having planted, oh my goodness, my hamstrings were tired, right? If you're doing that, okay, make sure that your rear end is higher than your low back. So we're going to do a little bit of warm up, okay? Get behind your chairs. I'm going to go off the one screen. That's why I like YouTube so much better. Okay, here, you're going to round. If you're doing your yard work like this, please don't change. Make sure that you bend your knees and get your bum up in the air, okay? You want to do down here. Now you're like, Debbie, there's no way I can do that, okay? Then sit on something and you can do it. I want to show you. Look at my back here. If I sit on this chair, if I sit on something in my garden, I want to still have that. I don't want this. That is you want to be able to move that way, but you don't want to work that way. Make sense? Okay. Come back to the back of your chair. Okay, we're going to start this one. Some of you will say, who have been in class, oh my gosh, we're doing this early. We're doing something just a little bit different. Bend your knees. Make sure there's a pretty good bend in them. Stick your rear end back, okay? And then you're just going to, like you're into the yard, okay? I want you to practice bringing your head down. Maybe you have to come a little lower. Notice I'm keeping that same back. That's what we're watching. And then come back up. You can round. And then come back down. Find that. Reach. Get yourself closer to the ground. Come back up. Some might say, I can't do that. If that's the case, you're doing it from your chair. I'll do it from the side again. Okay. Here. Reaching. Okay. You're reaching. I had one friend say, Debbie, I have a belly. I can't do that reaching. Do the best you can. That's all that is required. Maybe you're stopped right here. You're still wanting to find that curl. Okay. We're really working. And then this is why we do some of that reaching and stretching. You can totally weed from here. Okay. Is it the easiest thing to do? No. Does it strengthen your back? Okay, is it equanimity for this area of your body? And yes, it is. And that's what we want. Okay? So, just so you know that, now we're going to move. Okay, we usually start class with a racquetball. Okay, grab it. You're going to find, some places that may be, a little tender. Okay. On both sides of the arch. So the inner out and outer. That inner arch right there usually is one of the most sensational. Okay. To the outer arch. Push down. Roll back and forth. Finding places. If you find a place, just stay and breathe through that place. Okay. This is fascia work. This is from, I learned quite a bit from the Melt method. It's fabulous work. Okay. Now you'll notice I've started moving side to side. We call it shearing. I'm rolling over the ball. So I'm pushing down hard enough on the floor that I can roll back and forth. This is also fabulous to roll on the top of the foot. Okay. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, now go forward and back also. Try to go clear up into your toes. Maybe try to get the toes to split the ball. In class, we sometimes have a contest to see who can pick it up. I don't have long enough toes. I have little stubs. But go for it. Okay, so forward and back, and forward and back. And let me show you just the top of the foot. You grab the ball. Now, you're like, Debbie, I can't bend over that much. Bring your foot up. Okay. Rub the top of the foot. Rubbing those toes long. Okay. Anybody got little hammer toes? Yeah. We're just, all that is disuse. The muscles start to curl. So we have this opportunity where we really can move this body. There is so much more we can do than we ever thought possible. I've had the time of my life. It's been so much fun to figure out different ways. It's like, oh, they can't do it that way. I wonder how I could get them to feel that and to use that muscle. So that's what this class is all about. Okay, go ahead and move to the second foot. Okay. This plantar fascia, okay, ideal. One of the things we do with plantar fascia is it we like to feel like that stretch, and it's an overstretch. We pull those toes up and it works. It's actually going to be better if we can lengthen the toes long. You'll feel it release as it stretches. Here makes it too tight. Here, reaching the toes forward. Now that, as you can see, this little toe doesn't like to do that. That's an exercise in and of itself. Okay, so find this and roll. When you put your foot down on the floor, okay, the same plantar fascia work, you don't sit there with your toes up. But sometimes our shoes do that to us. So we want to push the toes down, and we don't want to crunch them because that shortens. We want to find a place where we can really stretch our toes long, our feet flat. That's what we're working towards. Okay. So find those. Ooh, there's a little place right there. Stay there for a moment. Breathe. Okay. And then shear it is across, just rolling. There's pressure on the ball. Your ball might escape. It's okay. Okay. That's why we like the carpet. In class, we have wood floors and they go, whew, it's all right. Okay, so you're going side to side. Okay, now you can do more with these. Notice we're getting right underneath the ball of the foot. You can totally put the toes down and go back and forth over the heel. Sometimes the front of the heel is really sensitive. So find your place, okay, and keep your ball handy. Okay, if you're watching TV, if you're watching a movie, if you're working on a computer, take off your shoes and socks and get down there and feel those feet. Okay? Let them be, just enjoy every moment of them. Okay. Now, go ahead. Let's again do the top. If you need to bring up, don't just not do that because you can't reach it and it's like, oh, I have to go get something. Go get a prop and bring it back. That is advanced yoga. When we recognize I can't do that on my own, okay, that's a pose that I'm going to need some help, and we go and get some help. Okay. So rub out the top of that foot as well, letting those toes lengthen. It's one of the best practices we can do. But I want you to feel the effect of that. Okay, so put your stuff down and just pause and notice your feet. They're tingling. Well done. We've increased our blood flow, right? The energetic vibrations are pulsing through our feet. Okay, our feet need that. As we age, our feet conform to the shape of our shoes. Okay, if you're somebody that works your body, your feet are part of your body and they are what support us. Okay, so make sure if your feet hurt, you're doing that every day. Right? All right. Enough preaching. Okay. Another thing we do with the block, I'll turn sideways so you can see it. Plant it. We're going to stretch out our calves. Okay. And ankles. There's another thing that doesn't get worked a whole lot. Now, if you don't have a block, but you have stairs, you can go over and find a stair and do this. I am reaching my heel all the way to the floor. I'm not on my toes. You notice I'm on the ball of the foot. This requires my shin to work. Okay. The most important thing, I'm at a right angle on that knee. Okay. I don't bring it back here. That is detrimental to the knee joint. Pick it up, push down. Now, you'll notice I am going to move forward. So take a little bit of a lean. You can totally bring, I'm still trying to keep my back flat. Okay. If you need to go wider with your knees to be able to get that, you can try that. Try to keep your knees in. Okay. You're stretching that calf. You're putting some pressure so that right down there is getting some stretch. This is what helps us push off, okay, as we walk. You've seen old people shuffle. They've lost some of the dexterity of their ankle and their calf and shin muscles. So we are developing those, okay? So up and down. We're going to do a whole leg and then we'll do the other side. Just come up and down and up and down and then up and stay. With that stay, come as high as you can. You got the stilettos on, right? And then try an ankle circle. So these are everyday things. Go both directions with that ankle circle, okay? Now, we're going to do something else for the top of the foot, okay? If you can bend and bring it this way. If you can't, then you're stopping right there, okay? But you're curling, you look at the toes back. If your knee can do the bend, then find the stretch. Push down into the feet, it's right there. If you need to, you can pull that forward. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And you can pull it. It gets me. It's very sensational. You can come to where it's just there, but you're trying to curl those toes under. Sitting up as tall as you can. Now go ahead. Oh, yeah. Take a little lean. Notice it's just tiny and back. Take that little lean and back. Stretching out the shin all the way down the ankle. So many people, most men, cannot do this with their ankle. It's something that you want to have because look, when you come back down here, when I walk and I step, I want to be able to have that opportunity to lift. Go ahead, second side. I'll do this one facing. Okay, make sure that you've moved the block so you've got the right angle. Push the heel down. Oh, guys, that is sensational on that calf muscle. Go ahead and lean. Take the lean. Ooh, yeah, feel that stretch. Spread through the toes if you can. The ball of the foot's on the block or on the step. This one, you can use a book. Totally doable. Go ahead and come up and come back down. Come up and come back down. Feeling that lean, yes. Then go ahead and come up and stay up. Stiletto height, roll that ankle. Now, when we roll over, anybody ever sprained an ankle by just rolling over it, right? Okay. We here are just creating range of motion. When we fall, okay, when we, do something dumb and roll our ankle or something, the looser our body is, the less injury. Okay. It's one big reason to do yoga. Okay. Go ahead and again, move your block and come to the top of the toes. If you can bend your knee more, you can. If you can't, you're right there. And just you're pushing the top of the foot, the right here, right? Reaching that forward, okay? If you're back here, you're again doing the same thing. I'm trying not to sickle that ankle, letting the ankle go out to the side. I'm really trying to pull the inner ankle in. And that's a really great one too. And then go ahead, pause again, close your eyes. Notice the tingle is still in the feet, but now it's moved up the shins and the calves. Open your eyes. That's exactly what we want, okay? Grab a block. These blocks, if you live near Utah County, Utah, I've got some extras. You can message me, okay? I believe they're $11. Yeah, with tax. So hug that ankle in. You can find them at Target. You can find them at Walmart. They're not as good. They're usually the skinnier one. I like the fatter ones, okay? So I'm hugging my ankles in. Notice that when you hug your ankles in and try to move your knees closer together, it's like you can do it, but it's a harder thing to do and still keep the hug. So hug it in, okay? and find that action. Beautifully done. That's the action we want. Okay, bring it up, take it sideways, put it in between your thighs, into your those aren't thighs, those are calves. Hug that in as well. Push down into your feet. Don't let your feet do the sickle thing. Okay, hug into those feet. Using the inner part of our thighs and legs is the hardest thing to do. And then come on up. We've got one more. Look, the block is high. Hug the block, put your hands on it, and push down. Okay. When you push down, you're going to feel the spread of your rear end. That's taking thighs and moving them towards the back body. Notice also, I'm going to turn sideways for this. I'm really good at doing this. I'm finding all those really good things. So when I push down here, you see that I get into that lovely lumbar curve, okay? So I push down now. I don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to hug up, pelvic floor and belly lifting up against that pole. And you feel a ton of work going on in the hips, okay? This can be done at any time. I do this if I'm on a long drive because that action is so beneficial. So as I'm pushing down, I want the opposite action to happen, which is a lift. I feel my pelvic floor to lift. I tighten my waistline and hug, and then I can actually hold that. Okay. So we're going to try that as we do our sun salutations today. Try holding that. So let's go through it one more time. Block is high. Okay. If you don't have a block, you can use a book for this. You might want to put a towel on the edge of the books. Okay. Push down, lengthen up. So I'm taking my body up. And then I want to try and tighten my waistline. The pelvic floor lift might be a thing that you're just like over your head. You don't understand that. That's okay. You understand your waistline, right? I'm not pulling back to round it, okay? But I'm pulling back enough that I feel all of this engage, okay? Holding on to that. Inhale the arms up. Now, if you've got shoulder issues, you're coming here, okay? Take a lean forward. They can be up. They can be here. Okay, now your hands go on your thighs. You're still squeezing this block. Curl back. Oh, yeah. And then come all the way back up. It's like you're unrolling that spine. Okay. I don't know if you've ever done naturally ground peanut butter or cashew butter or almond butter. When you stick your spoon in, it curls. That's what we're doing. It's a curl. And then we're uncurling. Okay. Go ahead, reach the arms up. Again, here is fine. Take the lean forward, hands on the thighs, curl and come all the way up. Notice that the times when you're not hugging the block. Inhale up. Exhale, take the lean. Hands right here. As you go back, can you feel how the block squeeze lessens? That's what happens, okay? And then squeeze and come all the way in. Up you come again. Inhale. Exhale. Round. Inhale. Come all the way up. Inhale again. Exhale. Hands on the thighs. Inhale. Round it back. Exhale. Inhale. Come all the way to seated. And bring the arms up. And one more. Exhale. Inhale here. Round it back on the exhale. Inhale. Come all the way up. And then pause. Still holding the block, but maybe not quite as firm. Notice the thighs and the hips. Yeah, working through the body. Beautifully done. So we're going to continue to hold this. Your thighs, if they get burny tired, you can totally take the block down and bring it back up. But if you can, hold it, okay? Oh, whoops, I'm on one. They get stuck. There we go. Okay, so they're coming straight out front. Okay. If I extend my fingers are shoulder height, which means my wrist is a tiny bit lower. Okay. I am got it on my thumbs. It's about a foot to a little, maybe 14 inches wide. Okay. And then I'm going to grab. Now I'm going to pull straight out with the outside of my hands. Ready? Straight out. You go, oh, damn, I can't. If I do this, I could. Yeah, I know. Straight out. Hold and breathe in just little pumps. Now, notice my shoulders are moving a kind of, but it's not this, right? Okay, so keep the shoulders pulled down. Try to see if you can. It's not like I'm bending my elbow like that, but there is the slightest bend of my elbow out to the side as I pull that. That takes that up into the shoulder. Go ahead and move ear to shoulder. Come back in, ear to shoulder. Come back in, ear to shoulder. Come back in, ear to shoulder. Yeah, come back in, ear to shoulder. One more. Ear to shoulder. Tuck the chin. Release the hands and bring them down. Roll through those shoulders. Now, go ahead and pause. Take a couple of breaths. I do this all the time. Notice your shoulders. Here we come back in. About 14 inches apart. Out to the side. Elbows can be slightly bent. This is not slightly bent. That is bent. Slight bend is just barely. Can you see how it just barely moves? Okay. Pull it wide and hold. Up and down. You can be down here if you need to with your if you've got shoulder issues. Up and down. Okay. Feel the work happening on the back of the arm and the shoulder. I'm not doing this. Okay. My shoulders are holding in place. Stretch it and release it now. Stretch it and release. Inhale, stretch and hold. Exhale, 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 hold. Exhale, hold, and release. Roll through those shoulders. Beautifully done. Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of stretching with band. Okay. It does not need to be a certain length apart. So I want you to go over your shoulders, this head. And if you've got a shoulder issue, you might have to just put it like this. Totally fine. Because we're working. Okay. If you need to not do this because this action on your shoulder is so not beneficial. Okay. This hand. So I've got it on the back. This hand I'm going to take and hold it this way so that this arm can come down. It's down. You can hold on to your chair. Okay. This arm's going to go up and back down, up. Now, the head is going to want to do this. You're not going to let it. So if you got a ponytail on the back like I do, you might catch it up and back down. You're like, what can I use, Debbie, if I don't have a stretchy band? Okay. You can use anything here. Now you won't get the same stretch, but you're lifting, you're pushing, okay? Up. See if you can go straight up, straight back. Notice the head will want to come. Don't let it. Up and straight back. Working tricep and bicep and shoulder. Beautifully done. Up and back. Use your breath. Inhale and exhale. Many people will ask me, well, how many should I do? What I'd like you to do is breathe. Inhale and exhale. And find if there's a place. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. If there's a place that's like, oh my gosh, that burn is there, just hold. Little pumps, and release. Roll through the shoulders. We have a second side to do, okay? Pause and notice the tingle from the shoulder all the way down through the elbow, all the way down into the wrist. Using our beautiful, glorious bodies. Second side. Okay. This, I'm holding onto my chair. Okay. You can totally not hold onto the chair. It's a little easier and maybe give you this, however, is not stretching. So pull it up and back. Pull it up and back and up and back. Head, back, lengthen. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, hold, and exhale. Inhale, pause, and exhale. Inhale, and down, and inhale. Okay, we're going for the burn. Some of you are already burning. Totally stop and come back in. When we burn, we're working muscle. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Inhale, lengthen, exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Oh, couple more. Pick it up and just little pumps. And release. Pause and breathe. Okay, glorious work. Let's do some twists, but we're going to do them standing. Okay, so stand up. I think most of you can do that. If you got to your seat, take your chair and move it forward. You don't need the strap. Okay, we will be using a block. You'll notice I have more than one. Okay, but you don't need more than one unless you want to do it with blocks. Move the ball so you don't trip on it. Okay, we're going to stretch back and lengthen our body. Okay, I'm coming a little more forward. Facebook is I'm going off the screen. Okay, so you're going back for that same back, but this time you're just trying to lengthen. Let the head come in between the ears, but it's not below. It's not down here. It's right between. Just stretch and reach. If you've got a shoulder issue, you're here, and you can even be here. And if you've got blocks, you can be here. Okay, we're working the back of the thighs and the back. Okay, find that length. Inhale, lengthen. Okay, and then come back and walk it up. Go ahead and reach the arms up. And come back and find the length. This mirrors a down dog. Okay, if you can't get into down dog pose, this mirrors a down dog. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale. Plant and reach. Take a breath here. Inhale and exhale. Now take a breath and round. Inhale and exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. You can even come up on your toes on the curl and back. Move those blocks so you can see it. Inhale up and back. Inhale up and around. Back. If you're gardening, you're feeling this one. Inhale up and exhale. Lengthen. Go ahead and walk back in. Come all the way up. Hands to your heart center. Beautiful. Wonderfully done. Okay. All righty. So the twists, they look like this. I think the best way would be to show you head on. Okay. If you have a block, you could totally, I don't know if you can see that. It's just right there in the middle of the chair. Most of you don't have two blocks, so let's work that way. Okay. Same thing with that stretch back we just did. One hand is coming to the block. Okay, this hand is going to the waistline and you're twisting, that direction. The way, and this shoulder, lift it up and pull it back. Come back, stretch, bring the other hand down, the other hand to the waistline or the hip, and twist. And come back down and reach, and then walk back in. Okay, and stand. Beautifully done. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale. On the chair, take it back and find the stretch. Put the hand on the block. Twist one way. Bring it back. Both hands go for length. Other hand down, hand on hip. Twist. Come back, both hands on chair. Walk it in. And come back. Take the length. Plant one hand. Take the twist. Come back, both hands. Other hand down. Take the twist. Both hands. Walk it in. Okay, so we're going to do so that we're not just always doing the same side. Okay, so we'll reverse it. All righty. Just follow along with me. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Find that length, come to your down dog, right? One hand down, take the twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, both hands come down. Inhale, second hand comes down. Inhale, lengthen, and come back. Stretch and reach. Walk the feet in, come back in. Inhale, up. Second side, going the opposite direction. Come back, downward facing dog, right? The second hand comes down, right? Twist the opposite way that we did first. And take a breath here. Inhale, exhale. Come back, lengthen the spine. Second hand down, take the twist. Reach back, lengthen the spine. Come back with both hands. Come all the way in. Stretch and reach. Okay. So if doing that is really, really difficult, go ahead and do another one of those. For those of you that that's not too difficult. For the rest of you, and you can all try this if you want, bring a block, grab it, okay, inhale the arms. Take here, that block is going to help us hold our feet. Remember that always, always, always this shoulder comes up and around, okay? Take the twist. Take a breath here. Go ahead and curl back. Oh, yeah, that feels so good. Inhale, come all the way up and come back to center. Inhale up. Okay, this hand comes across. This hand goes behind. Instead of the shoulder coming forward, I lift it up and out of the way and I twist to the side. I'm squeezing that block, right? And come back. So either way you do these, if this is the way we've done them in class, the other way is if you want a little deeper twist, okay? Inhale up, exhale here, check the shoulder, inhale, twist, inhale, lengthen, take a round, inhale, lengthen, and come back to center. Inhale up. Take the twist, set it up, get that shoulder up and around. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Okay, you're working at a desk. You don't, normally you can do regular yoga. Inhale up and exhale back around. You can do this at your desk. If you're working from home at a computer, okay, if you're working at work at your desk at a computer, okay, inhale up. Do you think they might look at you and think, oh my gosh, what's Debbie doing? Her arms are up in the air. Tell them, I'm making my body feel good while I'm sitting here at the desk, right? Inhale up, take the twist, shoulder up and over. Yeah, find that, give. Go ahead and round. Ooh, that just feels so good. And come back up and inhale back, inhale up. Exhale, other side, shoulder back, take the twist. If you're too worried about somebody seeing your arms go up, let me show you what you can do. Inhale, up. Exhale, shoulder on the back. Twist. Go around. They might just think you're funky. And come back. Inhale. Exhale, twist. Shoulder on the back. Take that twist. Yeah. And come back to center. Okay. So we're going to add this all together. You can do this if you want to from the chair. I wanted to show you that way. Okay, some people, and I know that I would be one of these, it'd be like, oh, I could do a little bit more than this. Then you're back on the back of your chair, okay? Please at least do some of those down dogs where you just stretch back and get that body so long. That is a wonderful exercise, okay? Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale, come back. Release the hands and see if you can hold. This is ab work. Hold and tighten as you curl back around. There you go. Inhale up. Exhale, hands here. Round it back. Oh, yeah. I love making these noises when my body feels that way. Inhale, back up. There's nothing wrong with being able to go back like that, right? Inhale up. Exhale, take the curve, shoulder back, round. Take an inhale, hold it here. Exhale, round it back. Inhale back to center. And exhale, release. Beautifully done. Okay, nicely done. Let's do a little bit of leg and hips. So take your feet wide. It's a goddess pose, okay? But we're seated. Yeah, we try to do everything that we could possibly do. Now, when you turn your feet out, you'll notice your feet can go way out. The knee can't match that. Okay, the knee can't go as far. You're matching foot to knee. So if your feet can turn way out, but the knees can't follow, then your feet are not quite so wide out, right? Hands here, go up as tall as you can. Okay, now hands on the inner thigh. I want you to push your legs into those hands. Pull the hands back, not hands back here. Pull those shoulders on the back and pull those hands back. Yeah, breathing, breathing. Okay, come up onto your toes. Go ahead and come back down. Come up onto your toes and come back down. Come onto your toes and come back down. Come up onto your toes and come back down, hugging in and then release and walk the feet in. Okay, pause and notice the inner thighs. Beautifully done. We're going to do another one of those, but first, okay, this is pigeon seated. Okay, now some of you are going to be like up to here. More important than where this knee is what's going on here. If I collapse here, it's of no value. Okay, so you're going to find a place, if you'll come really to the edge of the chair so you're almost falling off, you can flex that foot and just reach up. Even if you're here, okay, just hold on to that and reach the body long. Most people, you may have to hang on to your pant leg to keep it up there. The other option, okay, if you can't even get the leg up there, which happens, is here. Okay, notice my foot is flexed. I'm on the outside side. I'm not just relaxing into that foot. It is working, okay? And I keep it here. We're just going for a lean on the inside. Come up tall. Take the lean. Oh, that's outside hip, guys, right? Hands on the ankle and the top of the shin. Try not to ever put weight right on the knee. And round it back. Oh, and come back in and lengthen it up. Chest coming towards the thigh and round it back. And come back in. Lengthen it forward. And just hold. Take a couple of breaths. Now, if that is way too sensational, then you're moving with your breath. Inhale and exhale. We're not pushing to our full extreme, okay? Up and back. Up and back. And one of the things you'll start to notice that I love the body so much is the idea that you'll start to feel it give a little bit and you'll go, because you honored it with your breath, moving with your breath. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. The body starts to go, oh, she's not going to hurt me. I can let go a little bit of that. It's amazing. But you have to be using your breath. Okay. Come all the way up, second side. And again, you'll notice one leg is not the same as the other. Pull on your pants, pull on the knee. Okay. Find a place that you can lengthen the body up. Take a lean. Let's move with our breath. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale. Yeah, keep going. Maybe hold for just a moment, not for your maximum stretch, but just hold and breathe. And notice what starts to happen in the hip, in the back, with your sense of well-being. Inhale up, exhale, lean. Yeah. And release. Beautifully done. We've worked our whole body. Okay. We do different things every time we come. It's every Thursday morning at 8:30 right now. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, take the lean. Hands on the thighs, curl and round it back. Does it feel different than when we started? Inhale, come all the way up. Inhale the arms up. Take a twist to the side, shoulder up and around on the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round here. Oh, yeah. Inhale, back up. Come back to center. Okay. Before we go to the other side, take this leg out to the side. Yeah. Just open wide, lean. Come back and round. Come back in and open. Okay. We're not as wide as we were before, but we're pretty wide. Come back and open. Right. Take this foot, bring it up, cross it over, reach it up, take the lean. Does it feel different? Round it back, inhale up, take the lean. Go ahead and come back and plant the foot. Here we go. Inhale up, exhale, fold. Hands on the thighs, round it back. Inhale, curl it open, arms go up. Take the twist, shoulder on the back. I always remember that. Inhale up, exhale, round. Come back in and lengthen. Yeah, release, come back to center. Take this foot out to the side, wide as you can. Lean forward, curl and round it back. Lean forward, yes. Curl it round and back. Lean forward, yes. Bring this foot in, it's coming. You might have to do this, and it's okay. Take it up, cross it over, inhale up. Take the lean, feel that. Celebrate that sensation. Round it back. Inhale up. Take the lean, right. Round it back. Uncurl. Release that leg. One more. Inhale up. Forward. Hands on the thighs. Round it back. Hold the round. Find some places. Slowly unwind. Now in class, we always try to get to the floor. Okay. If you are like, there's no absolute way I can get to the floor, stay here. I'll be right back and show you how to do it from your chair. Okay. So if you're coming onto your back, okay, if you're coming down, I can get up and down. My goal in life is to be able to get up and down until I'm 90. Okay. So I decided I had to start working on it right now. So you just work your way onto your back. And I'm going to do it here because I think you'll be able to see it better. In fact, you might be able to see it better here. Okay. Arms out to the side. Knees are bent. And it's called windshield wipers. It's just over to the side on the exhale. Inhale up, over to the side. Now, I'm going to say this, up and down. Inhale up and exhale down. It's not ideal to do this in bed, but if that's the only way you can get onto the floor or get onto your back and do these, I would suggest doing them, okay? Once you've gone like 5 to 10 each side, these are daily activities, guys. Homework for today or this week is to do them. Notice I'm taking my feet wider and the same thing. The one thing here you don't want to do is you're not pulling the knee towards the floor. The knee is just extending straight out. Okay. Shifting in the hips and the spine. The knee doesn't come towards the floor, it reaches out. So as you come over, this one likes to hang, you're just reaching. Push into this foot and you can feel it reach. Okay. So If getting on the floor is not possible, notice I roll to the side. I use my hands to get myself back up. That is great yogic work, okay? You can do this in your chair, okay? You do have to have no arms on the chair. So if you're working in a chair that has arms, you'll need to get probably into a chair by your table. You're just going to walk the feet around to the side. And maybe your back won't allow you to get on the floor either, okay? I understand that. And you're just going to twist here. Is it going to be as smooth as on the floor? No. Does that matter? No. Okay. Inhale, you'll bring the feet back. I promise, go ahead and go the other side. If you're doing them here in the chair, you're going to hold this for a little bit instead of just moving with your breath. Exhale, inhale, like you do on the floor. You're going to have to hold this for just a little bit longer, okay? Inhale, back to center. You may pause if you need to, and then take the twist to the other side. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And come back to center. Inhale and exhale, okay? Totally doable. You feel the wringing out of the spine. Our spine is meant to do this, and it doesn't. As we age, we get less and less of this. Come back to center, okay? You could try the feet wide. You really won't feel much of a difference. If you walk your feet and keep them wide and take the twist, you maybe get a little bit more here, but not really significantly. So I just keep the legs together. That's a great twist, okay? Twists are amazing. So I want you to think for a minute today. You've been kind to yourself. I hope that as you come, if you're on the floor, just pause. Your knees are still up. If you're in your chair, pause and feel the sensation running through your body. This is different than what your body felt before. We must move our body and pay attention to whether what we're doing hurts it or if we can feel this just energetic vibration that is amazing. Take some deep breaths. So, Shavasana, okay? Again, I'm going to go back to the floor for a moment. Many of you know, okay, I have found, I love two pillows, about the same. These are the same, but if you don't have just different ones, use different ones. Okay, underneath both knees, right? Okay, and if you're on your back, now, okay, I'm going to the side to get up. A lot of us have, as we age, we get a little bit of that thoracic hump starting in our head. Make sure your blanket is smooth. You don't want any wrinkles in it. And you're going to roll to where you need that. That's going under your neck. That goes back. Okay. I'm again rolling to the side to get on my back. I'm finding that roll right under the neck, and then this supports the head, and then my pillows for my knees. Palms face up, Shavasana. Okay? If you need to be in the chair, come on and get in the chair. And let me show you what we'll do here. Okay? Same thing. Now, you might, I guess that one would have been an easier reach. You might want to put a block if you want to go up a little higher. Okay, hands, curl your head. You can turn it to one side. You can let the hands hang. Okay, if you've got a belly and this won't, and you're like, I can't get these go under your chest and your arms and they can hang. If your face goes into the pillow, turn it to the side. Stick the chin in. Pause. I'm going to bring my head up so that I can talk. Pause and just breathe. Let the body just celebrate the sensation you feel that you've created. I believe that as we work this way in yoga, we are compassionate to ourselves. Our life and whatever we've done with our life has created where we're at right now. We beat ourselves up so much. So let's find compassion. Let's find kindness for those that maybe still can move well and be so excited that we're moving, period. Let's honor those that that live noble qualities. We know those kind of people. I would dare bet that you have some noble qualities, some places where you really shine. Focus on those instead of the places you don't. And then the last is the equanimity. One of the biggest ahas I had with this, I was journaling and I was writing about this equanimity to those who oppose your values. And I thought of the times when I did things that opposed my values. Not drastic. I didn't go out and kill someone. But when I know what's best and I choose not to, equanimity towards myself. Now, we need it towards others as well. Monday it was just rough. My biggest problem was that I forgot to eat lunch. I do that a lot. I get too busy and then I'm angry. I get this angry. Yeah. I'm admitting a lot here. But anyway, we just had two or three things that were out of my control and people did really bad jobs and I just found myself getting really angry. And had they done a bad job at somebody else's, it wouldn't have been a big deal, but it was my house. And I was just, I was frustrated. So I made myself come in, I ate, and then I made myself do some breathing exercises and practice some equanimity towards those who oppose my values, who don't maybe work to the same extent or require of themselves what I do. So take some deep breaths. I'm coming back to the floor. If you're on the floor, okay, in your Shavasana, please bend knees first. Shift your hips, your shoulders, and roll to the side. Use your hands, your arms to help lift your core. Okay, if you need to be close to a chair, grab the chair, come up to the knees, one leg up, and then the other leg up. So work your way back into your seat. If that is difficult for you, your homework this week is these twists, right? Windshield wipers, as well as every day get up and down on the floor at least once. Maybe you do once the first 3 or 4 days, and then the next day you do twice. We want to have the ability to get up and down off the floor. Okay. I know that that's difficult, and some of you might say, why? Because it's difficult. Because we want to be able to bend, to pick ourselves up. What if we fall? Okay, you want to be able to get yourself back up. Go ahead, come back into your chair. I went a little over. Sorry. I thought I maybe had. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes. Bring the shoulders up by your ears and then drop them. Bring them up and then just drop them. Bring them up and just drop them. And then pause. Pay attention to your body, to how it feels. Bring your hands to your heart center. Have a wonderful, it's a Thursday. Have a wonderful day. A marvelous weekend. And I'll see you here next week. Namaste. The good, the great, the divine within me recognizes and bows to the good, the great, the divine, the light that is within each of you. That's what namaste means. Adios. All right, you guys. I hope you're doing yoga. Yeah. Becky, we got to get in touch. Hey, Bob. Yeah, Diane. Okay, guys, I'll go. That's just fun. See you later.